Okay, welcome everybody. We're live for Wednesday, June the 25th, 2025. It is 8:30 Eastern. Welcome all of you to the program. 6:30 here in Calgary, 5:30 in California. Good morning, everyone out there. What is going to happen with the markets today? The Nasdaq wants to set a record high. It's just the investors behind Nasdaq stocks are just convinced that we should be at record highs. Okay, says the market. The Dow does not agree. It did go green in the pre-market. It's now gone red. The Dow is off just 5 points. It was up about 10. It's now -5. It doesn't really want to kind of go along with this. The S&P is up 7. It was up 10, 11 points a few minutes ago. Now it's slipping a bit. Nasdaq is up 71. The Nasdaq market, 7. That's a third of a percent. Nothing incredible. It's not like we're up 5% today. We're up a third of a point. This can be eviscerated in moments. We could have a turnaround of epic proportions at any time. It's just a matter of how soon do people want to cash in on their wins with these numbers. The Qs right now 541, 73, 77, something like that. They're up 195, 190 at the moment. But the markets are not uniformly running higher at this point in time. One disappointing stock is FedEx. And normally I don't talk FedEx, but FedEx is a barometer of America in a way. FedEx moves letters and packages. $80 billion worth of stuff they move around. They get paid $80 billion to move boxes and envelopes. It's mind-numbing how much money this is. They beat the street sort of thing, but they're warning about the next couple of quarters being rough because the slowdown of packages has really kicked in. Remember, when the tariff thing was announced April 2nd, there was a run-up of orders to get product into America before the tariffs were to kick in, because as soon as Taco Boy began to delay implementation, there was a let's get product in here before it's too late. That's over now. That's done, because the new tariff numbers are supposed to, the tariff penalties are supposed to kick in the next few weeks. And the question is, of 150 nations that are apparently now going to pay up to whatever, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100%, I don't know what percentage. I mean, it's all over the map. Which ones are going to stay in place and which ones aren't, and who wins, who loses. There's uncertainty everywhere. And so the markets are kind of, the markets, I guess I should say, corporate America and its friends overseas are all going, we don't know what's going to happen. The Chinese negotiated thing, we heard all about it up until 2 weeks ago. Now it's off your TV screens. Then we heard all about riots in Los Angeles. That's off TV screens. Then we heard about bombing in Iran and whatnot, and that's quickly going off TV screens. What's next? What's the next shiny key that we're going to be looking at now to focus our attention? I honestly don't. That's what I see there. I heard this morning, and I don't want to bore my Gold Bagel members, but my Gold Bagel members and I were just finishing our Trade Alert show that we do here every day before this show starts. And we talked about how in China, this China trade thing, the entire GDP of China, the entire gross domestic product of China, as far as exports go to the United States, it's 2.5% of its economy. That's all. Now, if you are listening to Taco Boy and you're falling for the rhetoric that is coming out of that White House, you're kind of led to believe that half of all of China's business is with America. That without America importing Chinese product, those guys are done for. The reality is, the United States only accounts for 2.5% of Chinese exports on its GDP. It is a nothing burger. To put it in context, Vietnam where Nike shoes come from now. Nikes are made in Vietnam big time, and other products. 11 to 12% of the GDP of Vietnam is dependent on the United States. There's where it matters. And the Vietnamese would love to cut a deal with America to keep things calm. The reality is that the Vietnamese do buy a lot of American goods. They do. And there hasn't been a huge kerfuffle about it. It's not like Vietnam is dominating the United States and all of this sort of stuff. The problem with the U.S. export market, import market, is not how much is coming into America. It's what's going out of America. And frankly, America does not export pens like this to anybody. America doesn't export, nail files to anybody. America exports brain power. They export software. They export consulting services. They export marketing arrangements. They export contract negotiations. And the reality of the world order is that there isn't a thing anymore of a container coming in from China and a container going to China. That's not the way the world works. Containers come in from China, get reassembled, reprocessed, and some of those then leave the United States for Europe and for South America and for Africa and back to China, perhaps, the rest of Asia, as finished goods. Some goods come in from China and from Vietnam and everywhere else and are car parts. And they are reassembled and fully assembled in America, in Canada, Mexico, under the free trade arrangement. And cars and pickup trucks and SUVs get created. And by the time an SUV lands on your local dealer lot, if you were able to look at that vehicle like Superman, with the X-ray vision, and pick out what parts are from where, you'll figure out quickly that, oh my God, my SUV, my pickup truck has got 5,000 parts, 3,000 parts, and they're from all over the world. And then you realize that this isn't an American truck. It's not a Chinese truck. It's not a Canadian. It's not a Mexican. It's not European. It's everywhere. And business people are very talented at sourcing factories that make quality goods for their needs. And they don't ask questions about where do you get the aluminum from? Where do you get the copper from? We don't care. What's the cost of this speedometer that I'm going to put into a dashboard, into a Mustang, in Ford, to then go to a dealership somewhere in Des Moines, Iowa? I need to know the cost of the damn finished product so I can sell it to Ford and be paid and make a profit on it. And Ford is not asking their suppliers, tell me where every part comes from for every little thing you make for our vehicles. They haven't got time. They're too busy trying to survive. And there you go. Goods come into U.S., leave U.S., come into Canada, leave Canada, come back to Canada, come back to the U.S., leave the U.S., come back to the U.S., eventually get sold somewhere. And it's a very complicated system. And your friend in the White House is trying to make it very simple. There's American, and then there's everyone else. And everyone else is the enemy, and we are the good guys. And too many Americans are naive enough to believe that because they don't understand the world picture. They just have never figured out, why are there high-rise buildings all over the world rather than only in America? Because apparently America led the way with skyscrapers at one time, and that's a sign of success. To have skyscrapers in other countries shows how weak America is really getting. I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to, read it out. The market is looking at earnings and earnings possibilities and possible interest rate cuts. Mr. Powell is going to speak to the Senate today. Yesterday, he spoke to the Congress. So paint is going to dry for hours today. Hours of paint drying will be going on. And then we will get volatility in the market after he finishes, as everyone tries to interpret what he just said. What he's saying is, I am not cutting interest rates anytime soon. I'm not going to cut interest rates because the president wants me to. I'm not cutting interest rates because it would be a really good thing for the budget of the United States, so the big, beautiful bill that's going on. I'm not cutting interest rates because somebody made a campaign promise. Interest rates will be adjusted according to the markets and the bond markets and interest rates and international demand for U.S. bonds, U.S. currency, and vice versa, as it should be. And there should not be any politics inside business. Unfortunately, there's way too much politics in business these days because too many businessmen in America and Canada and Britain and everywhere else are going to their world leaders for help to be theoretically better business people. That's not true. They're going to world leaders for handouts, for subsidies, for exemptions. And there are many American businesses going to leaders in Washington and their state capitals for penalties against their competitors and benefits for them because they pay money towards political campaigns to their favorite politicians. And that's the way it has been and will continue to be going forward. And so you, the consumer, have to decide where do you go with your dough and how are you going to conduct your economic affairs. And if you're a regular here, you're simply looking at a couple of factors. One, how's my SoFi doing? At 1602 to 1605, you're going, it's doing pretty good. So that my cash secured puts are falling off the map. This is good. My 15s are worthless. My 17s are worth 98 cents. My 20s are worth $3.97 book value, as opposed to when SoFi was trading at $9 a share and my $20 cash secured puts had a book value of $11 plus a dollar premium. They don't trade at $12 anymore. They now trade at about $5 or below $5, and they're going to continue to fall if these shares continue to go higher. That's what's on your mind right now. What's on your mind is what's Rocket Lab doing today. What are my favorite other favorite stocks doing that I've written cash secured puts on, or I've written call options on, or I've done put credit spreads on because I believe in the upside of these markets. GameStop yesterday did a wonderful midday turnaround where it was grinding along yesterday, not getting any traction, and then finally had an up session when it was finally said and done. I believe yesterday at one point it was at like 22.91 and wasn't going anywhere, and then closed at 23.29 up 49 cents. We're up a nickel this morning to 23.34, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sort of surprised that they're not higher than where they are now. I will note that there was it looks like a release came out that they've raised an additional $450 million on their financing. I suspect that they were able to top up their $2.25 billion deal and pull it in at $2.7 billion financing. And so that's official. The company now sitting on in excess of $8 billion in cash at this point in time. Income statements should be interesting going forward because the last time I saw their numbers, they had tripled their interest income that had been coming in, and they had gone from, I don't know, 16, 17 million of interest to over 40 or 50. That now will go higher, even higher. And with 8.8 billion in hand, will they pick up, and have they been picking up additional crypto? If so, how much more? And where are we headed from here? I think the shares under 25 are ridiculous. But now that financing is finished and closed off, we go back to watching what happens next. I'm curious to see if GameStop will actually acquire this company that grades sports cards and comic books and other collectibles. If they buy that company entirely and make it a wholly owned subsidiary of their outfit, and they've offloaded all their international locations, are only doing U.S. business only, They don't have to worry about importing and exporting collectibles. They can keep it domestic. And with their huge website following of in-house customers, 50 plus million, they've got themselves a tiger by the tail. And I think they've got a very high margin area of business that they're going to be really moving into. That it's already their second largest segment of their sales. It could become the number one segment for gross sales and certainly net margins. We'll see about that. What Bitcoin does, I don't know. How it affects it, I can't say. But interesting on GameStop. SoFi 1603, 1604. Thank you, SoFi. I've got a question out there for you today, asking you, what do you think about where SoFi is going? The question is basically, SoFi shares will break 17 before the end of July. What do you think? We're at 1603. This is June 25th. Are we going to break 17 by the end of July? 110 of you have voted. 70% say yes. Only 30% are doubters. How can you doubt SoFi at 17 a share? It was 18 for the high, 1842. So we're within now $2.39 of its 52-week high as it creeps along a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. 1604 right now. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are out there. Thank you again for the thumbs ups, as always. Continual support of this channel. It is much appreciated. Thank you all for being here today. All right, Dow's down 5, S&P's up 8, Nasdaq's up 79. We're not going anywhere, really. Waiting for Powell to speak. Oil is up 42 cents. Okay. $64.79. It's kind of come off $13 a barrel. That is definitely affecting production and future expenditures in America for producing more oil. If you're a fracker and you need $70, $80 a barrel oil to make money, this is not good. This is just not enough. And you've got to ask yourself, are these oil companies really going to keep thriving? Because their cost of being in business has risen, just like your cost of being alive. Inflation has affected the oil patch. Higher wages, higher servicing costs, and you name it. They need higher prices on crude. Governments take a chunk off the top. What's left for them? So 64.77, not good. We'll see how that plays out. Thank you all for joining me today. Who's here? Tom Kaufman in the house. Richard Carlin. Charlie is here. Welcome all. The Big E is in the house. Robert, as usual, is in the house, of course. Eddie Martin is here. Stuart Longsdale. Hector. Ed is here. This SoFi broke 16. Let's go, baby. CKT, this is great. The man says maybe, just maybe, investors aren't ignoring the tariff war. Maybe they just believe it'll help the American economy in the long run. Legacy, the man, I agree. Number 20, Andre Delatorre. Good morning, everybody. Cindy, Sound, SOUN, AIRCAT. Cindy loves those 3 stocks. There you go. Andrea Bongiorno, number 21 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Mark. Trish the Dish is here. How are you doing, guys? Larry Titus, I'm in the house early today. 30-second thumbs up right here. I'm on it. Slayer's here. Corinne is here. James of the Misty Tree and the Boss is in the house. Trish the Dish. China upping oil increase by 90% from Canada as they are leaving the U.S. market, buying more oil from Canada. Bobby, morning, Uncle Bruce and everyone. SoFi and SEDG. Good, Uncle Bruce, check it out. Bobby says SoFi is the only stock my cash secured puts are in the money. I give them back nothing. I'm giving them nothing. Sharon is in the house. Number 51, thumbs up. Murray from Tokyo in the house. Good morning, sir. Ron Dugan, what up, Bruce? And Aurora, good morning. And good morning to all of you out there. Thank you for joining us today. From wherever you guys are, it's great to have you here with us today. See what this market wants to give you. The Dow is off 9. We're just not all joining the party. That seems to be what's happening here. We're not getting the entire market on board these highs. Corporate America is going to have theoretically possibly a tough time delivering on maybe what some investors are hoping will happen. I wonder. I'm one of those that is as doubtful. I'm a little skeptical that we should be at all-time highs for Nasdaq or S&P or the Dow because corporate America has been withdrawing guidance. First of all, they don't even want to guess what they think their business is going to do in the next 3 months. Think about outfits like Lululemon. I mean, they've just completely gone. We don't know what's happening. We're making all our stuff in Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos and other countries over in Asia, and we're supposed to set new all-time records. How is this possible if our costs are going to up 30 to 50%? How can we can't increase our prices like this? We're already expensive. Our entire shtick is that we've been making a lot of money on cheap priced product with our name on it. How do we absorb this? And our share prices, how are they going to react? We don't understand. So yeah, corporate America, we have things to watch, to say the least. Welcome all to the program this morning. Thank you for joining me. 131 answers now to the question, will SoFi break 17 by the end of July? We're at 16.05 right now on your SoFi, up 20 cents this morning. We had a gain of 49 yesterday. We were in the 13s, 12s just a little while ago. And here we are. 68% of you are saying we are going to break 17 by the end of July. That's 5 weeks from now. In 5 days from now, it's the end of the second quarter. At the end of July, we will have the results of the second quarter released. Will the company have to reinstate their earnings and up their estimates for the rest of the year? That is the other question. So 16.05 right now, maybe $17 by the end of the week. Into next week, we could be 17. And what if we break 18 the week after that? Oh my goodness gracious. Will the viewers of this channel go crazy? I love it. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining in. Welcome to the party, pal. 36 minutes away from opening, and we'll see what this market has in store. I kind of wonder, though, on the Powell thing in front of the Senate, if the market runs out of gas the minute he finishes. I kind of wonder. And it's not like we're on fire. We're not on fire, and that's the other thing. You would think there would be a lot more enthusiasm in this market with the Nasdaq hitting new highs. It's a reluctant enthusiasm. I think a lot of people are going, I'm up on my positions. Maybe I should take profits, or can it go a little higher? Maybe. Oh, gee, what do I do? They never know when to sell. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me this morning. Rocket Lab this morning up 43. SoFi now at 16.0405, up 19.20 cents. GameStop is up 5 cents. The Qs are up 226 to 542.04. They just want to go. The Nasdaq is up 79.35%. The Qs are up 0.42. They're ahead of the market right now. We've got MicroStrategy up 650. We've got Apple holding a 107 gain. We got Tesla up 294. We have Microsoft up $1.70. Google is up 142. Amazon up 155. Nvidia up $1.48, and Meta up 4.30. Sounds impressive, $4.30, until you realize that is a $716 stock. That stock is up only 0.6%. That is not a ringing endorsement to new all-time highs for the Nasdaq. As a matter of fact, of the magnificent seven stocks, only one is up more than a percentage point. It's Nvidia at 1.02% higher, $1.50 on a 149.40 stock. Remember, Nvidia's all-time high is in that 151 neighborhood, something like that. 153, pardon me. 153.13 is the all-time high for Nvidia. We're still 370 away from that, and there is no news out there today that will tell us this stock should hit new higher highs. There's nothing. Looking at some of our friends on the Magnificent Seven, with Apple at 201.40 and not hitting higher profits overall, they're trying to maintain. They're at 31 times earnings, so there's that to consider as well. Tesla's earnings, a PE multiple at 343.50 a share is 187, a little rich. Microsoft at 491.90 PE multiple now 37.8. Again, very optimistic. Google's PE multiple right now is 18.7. That's reasonable. Nicely under 20 at $169 a share. It's high though, 52-week high, 208. It's at 169, though it's quite a ways away from the high. Trading at a reasonable PE multiple. Amazon at $214 a share. PE multiple 34.7, much too high. NVIDIA PE multiple, I think I may have just mentioned it, it's 47.6. And over on Facebook Meta Platforms, its PE multiple 27.78 at right now $717 a share ballpark at the moment. The 52-week high for Meta Platforms, $740.91. And so we're still $24 away from its high at this point in time. Other stocks we're following here, Supermicro up 78, ASTS down 333 here at 49.89, a little profit taking kicking in here. AI up 22, Palantir up 140, Unity up 23, Goldman up 169, Cisco has gone negative, down 8 cents. Netflix up 339, Pfizer's negative, down 7 cents. They're not all going up. ARC Innovations up 76, IBM holding a 70-cent gain, was better this morning. Uber up 23, HPQ only up a dime, Home Depot up 113, Vanik is up 230, and Adobe 26-cent gain, Enphase 11 cents. So the gains are slight, they're not massive, and so we are down 11 on the Dow, we're up 8 on S&P, we have an 80-point gain on Nasdaq at the moment. The Q's 542.28, they want to run. Will the market beneath it justify the move, or are these shares $1 overpriced at the moment? Those of you who are thinking of writing call credit spreads on the Qs, the key here is to stay ahead of the market as best you can. If you get caught by this market, the secret now is to do a rollover, and instead of doing a rollover for 1 day, you might want to do a 2 or a 3 day rollover where you can up the level of your calls. You might go up $1 or $2 on the written call and go with a little larger spread on your purchase call, giving you a larger credit or equal credit to where you are to roll forward and give yourself that 48, 72 hours of additional time to continue to make adjustments. The key here on rollovers on something like triple Qs, SPYs, and others is to attract a larger premium over book value or pure premium out of book value, so that time, 48 hours, 72 hours of time pays you to move forward, because you're now looking at a market at record highs and you are establishing higher highs for your positions and saying to the market, okay, you want to move, I'll move with you, it's fine. I haven't got a problem with that, but I'm going to extract a larger credit for it to compensate for the position that I'm in now. Got a lot to juggle, a lot to look forward to. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Who else is here? Lee Mortimer in the house, number 62. Lisa, did the market forget till July 2nd is next week? The 90-day tariffs pause. They end next week. July 4th, 2 days after that. Kelly, good morning, all. Well, the Qs killed me yesterday. I had 10 triple Qs, 535, 540, and 10 triple Qs, 3641, expired yesterday. Ouch. Splair, I think I would be up 300 to 400 on bought calls. Go SoFi, number 70 on my thumbs up today. Thank you. Kelly, what can I learn from that? I'm kind of thinking I should stick to just put and calls on stocks. Lisa, GameStop filed an 8K last night. GameStop, the convertible note deal is done. How much cash are they sitting on now? 8.8 billion, I think. Mike, GameStop has to be valued over 10 billion now. 8 billion in cash. They got to be worth more than that. I agree. Andrea, hey, Uncle B, yesterday I wrote 546, 547 call credits. That's on Qs expiring in 7 days. Pardon me. $36 credit. Trying to stay ahead, as you suggest. This is excellent, absolutely excellent. What you're supposed to do. Go forward in time. And stay well ahead of the market and go forward several days and take a higher stake. Absolutely. 542.30 right now, up 252 at the moment. And we've got SoFi at 1605. The Nasdaq market is up 0.39%. The Qs are up 0.46. They're overcooking right now. So the higher they fly, the harder they fall if we do get a pullback. We'll see about that. Headline out of Barron's, SoFi plans return to crypto with blockchain initiative. Bitcoin trading is coming. This is a headline that just hit on Barron's on SoFi. See if we can find out anything else. We're at 1604 on the SoFi shares. And let's see what we've got going over here. Volume is at 733,000, and they were in that 1590 to 1590.95 range a few hours ago. Now 1604, 1603, 1605. And Barron's has an article. I'm just going to quickly check it out for you. We're 27 minutes away from opening. SoFi plans return to crypto with blockchain initiative. Bitcoin trading is coming. They're making an ambitious return, they say. SoFi's making an ambitious return to the world of cryptocurrencies with plans to institute a blockchain money transfer feature and allow users to hold certain digital currencies as soon as this year. Users will soon be able to conduct a blockchain-enabled money transfer through the SoFi app, the fintech company said. Funds will be transferred over blockchain networks, converted into local currency from US dollars, and deposited into a recipient's account. The company declined to provide a timeline for the rollout, saying simply that users can join a waitlist ahead of the product launch later this year. Noto says the future of financial services is being completely reinvented through innovations in crypto, digital assets, and blockchain more broadly, he said in a statement. The fintech has indicated that consumers will be able to buy, sell, and hold certain cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum. SoFi intends to offer stable coins over time, in addition to services like staking features and the option to borrow against crypto assets. Noto hinted at SoFi's return to crypto in April, saying the company planned to re-enter the business after a 2-year hiatus. They first introduced crypto trading to the platform in late 2019. However, the company suspended its investing services in 2023 as a condition of receiving a national bank charter. The fintech appears to be looking to take advantage of more lenient regulatory landscape under the Trump administration. And a notice from the Office of the Controller of the Currency may have been another catalyst which reaffirmed that crypto asset custody and certain stablecoin activities were allowed within the federal banking system. That is what we're reading here. I'm just seeing it now coming through. So how it'll affect the stock all day long today, I don't know. It won't hurt it. I doubt it'll hurt it. But it'll be interesting to see when they bring this forward, how aggressive will they promote it, and how will the street react to it? That's the question. Chase, Rosita, Parker, Uncle Bruce, how is Emily making out with the class? She's on it. I'm just waiting for her to fire it over to me. Any day I'll have it, and I will announce to you that it's coming your way. Class 19 is coming your way. Amy J, number 79, good morning. Henry, good morning. SoFi Technologies insider sold shares worth $1 million, according to a recent SEC filing. We talked about this morning. We talked about how Noto received a huge stock option, sold a bunch of shares to pay the taxes on the stock option, and that was $2 a share ago. That was at $14 early this month. Now we're at 16.04. It makes no difference. We're going higher. Good morning, number 83 from ALA. Brian, I'm number 84. Good morning to you. Thank you all for the thumbs up, and thank you for participating in today's question of the day. 170 of you now have made an answer to this question. SoFi shares will break 17 before the end of July. 70% say, yeah, I think so. There you go. Appreciate that. If you're able to answer that poll question for me, please do. If you feel SoFi will continue its run, it's had one great run lately. Looking at the chart for just maybe the last month, SoFi shares are looking pretty good, as Larry David would say, pretty good indeed. Let's take a peek here at this. Double check my different charts. That is a 5-day chart. Very interesting. Let's pop that one up right there. I will show you live on the air what we're talking about here. Here's a 1 month. Let's pop that baby up. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Look at this. Holy moly. No wonder your cash secured puts are falling off the planet here. You guys are starting to get rich again. Holy moly. Let's see. 3-month chart? Yeah, there you go. That's an interesting little peek at recent SoFi stock activity. Let's pop this up for you right over here right now. Here we are. Don't mind me, kids, as I am uploading some charts for you. We'll show you what's going on here on your SoFi. If you haven't looked at it yourself, a couple of things to check out here. There we go. And one more time, Bruce, right there. Thank you. Here we are. Let's see what we got here. We have here, this is SoFi in your last week of trading. So this is from last Wednesday to today. Notice how last Wednesday we saw the SoFi shares dip. And let me take a peek here. I'll do this live. The dip down there was at 14.30, 14.27 last Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we broke it out to 15.20. And on Friday, we were at 15.40 at the opening, roughly. We went down to 15.05, roughly 15.01 at about 1:30 in the afternoon Friday. And then we closed back to about the 15.20 level. And then yesterday, look at the dip first thing in the morning, 14.94. That didn't last, did it? 14.79. And then we dipped again to 14 the other day. On Monday, we got down to 14.70, recovering back to 15.43. And then yesterday, 15.50 to 15.80, and closing 15, we closed at 15.85. And here we are, 16.02. This is just the week. Here you have a 1 month chart. Look at this, from the 13s, low 13 range all the way up. And now here's our 3 month chart, including some of the madness of April, absolute lunacy of April. Thank you, administration, for causing everyone headaches. And now look at that snapback recovery for SoFi. Overall, a very nice snapback recovery, and still gaining momentum. Not bad. We gotta take that and say thank you, sir. May we have another. So Noto and his team, they're running along here, delivering, and I think the second quarter is going to be a good one. We end the second quarter in 5 days, so June 30 can't come soon enough. Welcome everybody. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, you paid Emily and she's gone. Actually, Emily has to do the editing first, and then she gets paid. I don't think so. JV, hey, good morning, everybody. Brian, NVIDIA heading to 150, baby. 149.63 right now, says Brian. I think I should roll my January 26 120s that I got 15.40 for. Maybe out till June 26, raise that strike price. And again, I'm asking, were those put credit spreads that you wrote? What were those? Beach Boy. Emily, thinking of us in Antigua by the pool. Won't you be thinking of us? Brian, is GameStop going back to 25.30 in the near term? They only have a couple of bucks in their pockets. They're going to run out of money, aren't they? 8.8 billion. How long can they live on that? I wonder. Flint Creek. Hi, all. Flint's dad is in hospital. He'll be okay, but he's there for heavy antibiotics and such. Say hello. I'm quite busy all over, but I do check in here. Thanks for that order. James, thank you, all of you who are supporting Flint Creek Soap Company with your own personal orders of her soaps. She is, after all, the official soap channel of this channel. We all have to smell good, you know. Not only do we look good, we smell good. Congratulations. Cheers and shout out to Dad. Hey, you get better and get better right freaking now and get back home. Do what the doctor says and should be okay. We're thinking of you, and we're supporting your cause and your efforts. Thank you all for being here this morning and passing on best wishes to Flint Creek's dad. Mandu number 5. I'm 87 on that thumbs up meter. Brian, those are covered calls. So you wrote covered calls on the NVIDIA. All right, so you got paid $15.40 for those, which means if you were exercised, you would get $135.40, and now the stock's approaching $150. So those are Jan 26s. Now you're thinking, well, if I roll, I could roll to June 26. Yes, you can. Now the question is, and why not? Can you get as much for a June 26 call that you have to pay for this call to buy it back? And can you raise your strike price? That's the secret right there. And I would certainly look into that without a doubt. I would look into that. Looking at NVIDIA right now, the shares are at $149.80, up $1.90. And if we took a look at options, excuse me one moment here, we've got Jan 26 expiry. Let's see if we can get my computer to give me the quote. Let's see if my computer wants to work with me on this. It may or may not want to do it this morning. These are pre-market quotes I'm trying to get here. 120 calls last night. I can see that. They were yesterday around that $37 mark, which makes sense because the would be a 157 price on a 149 stock going till January. Makes sense. Okay, so you'd have to pay about 37-ish, 38 to get them back. Could you write out to June 37 or higher? What can you get? Well, if you go forward, let's move it up here. 37 or higher. What do we got? 129s. This morning, I would think the 130s would be in play at 37, maybe even the 132s. So you could certainly move up $12 at a break-even rollover. In other words, added time will give you $12 a share more right off the bat right there. Strategy number 2, you buy back your calls, you sell your stock, and now you write a cash secured put instead. Strategy number 2. Is that one in your wheelhouse? Would that interest you at all? Maybe, maybe not. You would look at maybe, I don't know, how about a July 25 cash secured put? If you were writing I don't know, a 150, you'd get 375. If you went further out, though, the third Friday of July 18, a 150 would give you 550. Not a great amount of money. If you were to go to, say, January 26 on NVIDIA, cash secured put, in this 145.50 neighborhood, what would you receive? A 150 was paid last night $17. 145 was paying out around $14.80. Now they'll be a little lower because the stock's a little higher. But that's a possibility. If you were to write 155 cash secured puts, you could probably haul in $19. So you're paying 36 to get it back, or 38 get it back. Sell the stock at the 150 level, write if you can, a 155 and bring in almost $19 that direction instead. Is it worth your while? Maybe, maybe not. I certainly see the merits, absolute merits of rolling forward to June. I see the merits there. You will definitely move your strike price up nicely at a break even. Those June expiries, if you went to puts on those, 145s will close almost. We're paying about 1990 last night, maybe 1950 this morning. The 150s, 22, something around $22 for 150s. That means you're offering to buy the stock back at 128. So you're selling it at 149, offering to buy it back at 128 with that 22 in cash, which will compensate most of the, or a good chunk of the cost of buying back your calls. If you were to write 160 cash secured puts, you would get 27 something dollars in cash to compensate for a good chunk of the buyback of that call. And then you're offering to buy the stock back at approximately 132, 133. Thoughts, possibilities, whatever, lots to think about on that one, my friend. So there you go. You've got work to do, my friend. You've got work to do, okay? Giddy up. What else have we got going on here? Welcome all. James of the Misty Tree. I got them in the mail yesterday. Delightful, and thank you for the extra. Got the soap in the mail. Yes, sir. Those of you picking up, when you get a package from Soap Lady, it's a delight opening them. I mean, you smell what's coming out of there. Stephen Butler, number 85. Good morning to all of you. Hi, and get well soon. Flint Creek Soap Company. Dad, Flint Creek, you rock. Mandu, I hope your dad gets better soon, Flint. Brian, I don't think switching to a cash secured put with the stock near all-time high is the best idea. You know? Also, owning the shares gives you amazing margin. So you like 100% marginability on the stock. There you go. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for your thoughts. Yeah, look, if you roll them, and you can roll them for free, what you pay to get these back and what you get to sell those is a break even, but you move up 12 in strike or 15 in strike. And you know that a month or two or three from now, you might be going, yeah, I might roll those Junes to January 27th, and I'll go another 6 months forward. If I have to roll, I'll roll. And I now move up to 150s. If the stock was to 160, you're 150 plus the premiums. You're following it. The stock anytime wants to give up $10 a share in a bad week for the market. What do you care? The stock backs off a bit and you're going, oh, okay, my calls just went from $38 each to $30 each and the stock is off $10. Hey, I'm sitting here. I'm not going to be exercised. I'm out of the money. And every week that goes by, shrinkage, and I have the marginability of a more expensive stock. And Brian, you're fine. You're fine. If this is inside an RSP, that's another matter. But it sounds to me like this is in a margin account, and it's all right the way you're doing it. Yeah, roll the calls if you find it advantageous. Even if you pay 38 to buy a call back and only get 35 to write another, but you can move the strike up $5 more instead of 132, 137, or 140s. You give a little to get a little, the marginability will let you do it. So yeah, okay. It's all right. Yeah. Giddy up. Welcome to the management of your assets. Welcome to that world. Thank you all for being here. Again, thanks for joining me today. Hitting the thumbs up button if you can. Answering the poll question of the day as we await the opening of the market in about 10 minutes from now. We're at 542.13 on the Qs, up 235. They were over 542.20 something. They backed off a little. The Nasdaq shows a 0.38% gain. 85-point gain, but the Dow is off 15 points. It is not running along here for the ride. The Dow seems to be reluctant at this point. 90 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. And 198 answers to the question of the day. SoFi shares will break 17 before the end of July. In 5 weeks from now, you are predicting that the shares of SoFi will be over 17 a share. We're at 16.0405 right here, holding this level with a 20-cent gain so far, with 9 minutes to go before we start trading. 70% say this stock is going to break 17 by the end of July. I wonder if it might break 17 by the end of the week rather than the end of July. I wonder if we're going to accelerate gains rather than, have a 5-10 cent gain every day. I wonder if we're going to go up by 50 cents to 75 cents a day, which is what we saw. Remember when we hit 18 something? We were going up $1 a day at one point for a while. 15, 16, 17, 18. I wonder if we're going right to 20, 21, 22. Would be kind of nice to have that problem, wouldn't it? Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. 199 results now. We're almost hitting 200 results on the poll question. Only 90 thumbs ups. If you're able to find that thumbs up button for me, give us a bit of momentum there. Thank you. 212 people watching right now. Welcome from around the world to the program. We're down 21 on the Dow. We're up 8 on S&P. We're up 86 on Nasdaq. Gold down 440 an ounce. Crude oil up 64 cents at 65.01. Crude has really taken a dump in the last few days. Interesting things to see there. Thank you all. 93 thumbs ups and 200 answers to the question of the day. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Okay, all right. I'm going to take a peek here. I'm curious as to how Bitcoin is looking right now. Bitcoin, here we go. 107,793. That's up $2,000 a coin this morning. So it is on a roll here. And in the last 5 days, I sort of see Bitcoin here. Let me show you. I'll pop a chart up for you for the last 5 days on Bitcoin. Here we go. Let's see if we can pop this up for you. You can see the strength of Bitcoin lately, just in the last 5 days. Let's pop this up over here. There it is. So on the 21st of June, 4 or 5 days ago, 102.5 to 103. Then we went down to under 100,000 between the 22nd and 33rd. And now look at it, just right through the 102.5 to 105 range. Now 107.5 and climbing. So $107,800 approximately. That's a straight up shot right there on Bitcoin. If you look at the 3-month performance, this is also impressive for Bitcoin. Just to give you some perspective here on what it's done over the last 3 months. Here we go. Pop that over here and we'll pop it up for you on the screen. Here we are. April. Notice that was Liberation Day, and see on the far left there, just after Liberation Day, not good for anything. See how the world feels about tariffs. So we got down into that, 70,000 something range, and it took a while. April 21, and then between then and May 5, we got back to the 90s. By the May 19th time frame there, we did break 100,000. We did touch a new all-time high of 110, 111 between May 19 and June 2nd. But look at it lately. We were slumping a bit, but all of a sudden, there's that shot up again. If we break 110 here and hit 115, I wonder what kind of upside we have beyond that. Most interesting trading patterns on Bitcoin. Okay, guys? All right. Well, we'll see what's going on. Matt, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my triple Qs. I got 537s, 541s. They expire Friday. Do I roll now or take a loss and move on? There's the question. Well, we got to watch the first hour of the session today. I am telling you guys, You got to watch for Powell here. There's no good news coming from Jerome Powell on interest rates. So I really wonder if this market can hang on here, but you can't always fight it. Now, Matt, you probably have an opportunity to look forward. If the market is going to be in this 540, 542 neighborhood at the moment, you're still able to do a rollover into next week, Wednesday, Thursday, simply to move up your strikes. You've got a $4 spread on the go right now. You might move it up to the 540 level. You might even stretch your spread from a $4 level to a $5 level, and maybe go 540, 545, or 541, 546. Again, depending on how far out you go. If you go out to next week, Friday, that's something to consider. Double checking something. Hold on a second here. July the 4th is Friday next week. So I'm assuming we're closed next Friday. So you might only be able to go to the 3rd or the 7th. Look at the credit available to you for time. That's the key here. Can you move your strikes higher if you do a rollover? Wait for an hour or two first, and just let's see if this market is going to hold 542, or we're back to 541.10 or 539.50. The Dow's off 19. We seem to have stalled on the Dow for now. So let's see what's going on. All right. Ed, I just want to say my SoFi cash security put that I wrote back in February, I wrote Jan 26s, are already up 20%. And even the 22s are showing a little profit, with SoFi sitting now at 16 big ones. 1604, 1605. Matt, thank you, Uncle B. Rock and roll, Matt. Time is your friend, and you can take advantage of it. And that's the secret. Now, it's Wednesday. So if you do go to next Thursday, right, that's 6 days in the calendar, because there is no Friday trading next week. On the other hand, you could go to, the Monday. I don't know if you can go to the Monday at the moment, but I would look to Thursday next week if you're going to do a rollover. Let's see what this market has in store first. 542.05, heading 542.25 earlier here. The Nasdaq is up 0.38. The Qs are up 0.43%, so they're a little ahead of the market. We might be at 541.90 when we open. Again, assuming that the Nasdaq will open with what we see in the pre-market. A minute away, so let's see what happens. Matt, sit and observe. Let's just see what's going on. Yeah, 542.09. We're backing up a bit here on the Qs as we're getting ready for opening. Thank you all for joining me today. We're getting ready to open the market 1605 right now on your SoFi. I'd like to say giddy up on behalf of everyone here at the on the SoFi fan club. Let's see what it wants to bring you. We had a 500-point gain on the Dow yesterday, and $8 gain on the Qs yesterday. Is there that much more right now? Is there really that much more? Or are we going to see some consolidation in the first couple of hours? Let's figure this out. Larry Titus, Uncle Bruce, the bells have been rung, buddy. We are open for trading. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Thanks for joining in. Richard Carlin does what Richard Carlin does so well. Neat emojis are coming out. Same with Luring, Anglefisher, ALA, and Lee Mortimer. The knee emojis are coming out to let the Knights of Knee know the power resides with them. Thank you all. Let's see what happens with our opening salvo. We're almost at 108,000 on Bitcoin. It's 107,925, climbing again at the moment. The US dollar is plugging along here against other currencies, against the euro. It's kind of unchanged. The yen, it's trying to go a little higher today. The UK pound, kind of unchanged. The Swiss franc, tiny bit better. And the Canadian dollar is losing a fifth of a penny today. Not much there. Welcome all to the program, and thank you for joining us. We are ready to roll here. We seem to be down 13 points on the Dow, maybe down 18 right now. Let me refresh. Let's double check everything here. Here we go. 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 Okay, the Dow is down 37 points. It's definitely negative. S&P is up 11. The Nasdaq jumped a little more with a 117, 119 gain. We'll see if that holds. The Qs are at 542.50. They got up to 542.78 at a moment. For a moment, they're now back to 542.54. And the Dow is down 39 to 40 points, give or take. We'll see how Nasdaq, the S&P, and the three kind of work themselves out. Charlie is here, and so's Chase and James. Neat. Don't forget that SoFi 16.15, a 10-cent pop from the pre-market, $16.15 on your SoFi. That is up a nice 30-odd cents a share. 3 million traded already. We've had a 16.18 print so far. GameStop is up 19 pennies to 23.48. Rocket Lab up 20 cents. IBM up 24. Nvidia's up $2 to 149.92. ASTS only down 150. It was down $3 this morning, but an hour ago. Now it's only down $1.50 at 51.70. ASTS has not given up ground. It's now only down 60 cents. It's quickly coming up. HIMS up 190, MSTR up 739, AI up 18, and Supermicro up 95. Tesla down 85 cents. It was green all morning. Tesla was green all morning. It's negative to start the session. There you go. We're down 23 on the Dow, and we're at 542.23 on the Qs. The Qs are giving up some ground here. They were at 542.78. They're now at 542.14, and they are backing off. 542.04. They're backing off some more at the moment. So a 65-cent drop almost immediately on the Qs from their high tick start to the session. All right. We'll see. Spiders are up 110. Qs are sitting at 542 now. 542.35 to 40. Boeing Tiger, neat. John Gill, neat. Zeta State, number 107. Bagel Babe, neat. SoFi, 16.20, up 35 cents. GameStop up 14. Rocket Lab up 55 at $34. We got a nice little pop on some of our favorites out there. Those cash secured puts on SoFi continue to give up the gas. That is the story at the moment. Welcome all to the show. Thank you for joining us here today from wherever you are. Thank you all for popping in and seeing us. We've got the market here down 28 on the Dow, up 10 on S&P, up 117 on Nasdaq. Mixed market at this point, not a uniform straight up move. And we're, I think, waiting for Powell soon to start talking. I don't know. He'll eventually give us his take to the Senate. He'll do his little speech and then answer these, I don't know what kind of questions. Welcome all. 93-cent gain here on Rocket Lab, make it 99. 16.21 on SoFi up 36. GameStop up 25. Qs at 542.58. We've got MicroStrategy up 7.91. We have Smart Rent at almost 94 cents. Apple is up $2.59. Tesla now down $3. It was up 4 or 5 this morning. It's now down 3. We got Microsoft up $4. We have Google up $2.60. Amazon up $2.28. Nvidia up $2, $149.94. Meta is up $1.28. Supermicro up $1.44. ASTS down only 95 cents at $52.27. AI up 20 cents. Palantir at 145.41, trying to hit new all-time highs. I think it just did that. We're up $2. Unity at 24.05, up just a penny. Goldman up 170. Cisco's up 6. We got Netflix up $10. We've got Pfizer down 14. Arc Innovations up 76. IBM up 75 cents, hitting highs this morning or last night. Now only up 75. Now it's up $1.25 on the IBM. Uber up 56. HPQ down 6. Home Depot down 68. Vanik up $2. Adobe up 280. And Enphase falling off at 37.07, down $1.30. Those are the markets as we see them to start the morning. How will this work out? We'll find out. Stick around and we'll see what the market has in store. Thank you, everybody, for joining us from wherever you are on the planet. Great to have you here. Hopefully, you're enjoying the run on your SoFi 1620 and a 2348 market on GameStop with a 71-cent gain on Rocket Lab. 224 people answering my question of the day. SoFi will break 17 before the end of July. What about today? Wouldn't that be something? 70% say by the end of July, Bruce, for sure. We're up 109. We got 109 thumbs ups, and we've got knee emojis just flooding the page here. From Bagel Babe to JM to Jay Gill, Boeing Tiger, James the Misty Tree, Chase Rosita Parker, Charlie, Lee Mortimer, ALA, Charlie, Richard Carlin. The knee emojis coming through one after the other. Welcome all to the program. Great to have you with us this morning. Well, let's see what it wants to do. Don't want to stop a good man from going up. I'll tell you, go, baby, go. We got Nasdaq holding a 119 gain, make it 115. We got the Dow down 16, 17 points. S&P sitting around with a 13-point gain. The Qs 542.82. They're trying to hit new highs. The highs were 540.81, and we're now at 542.82. We are 2 points higher at the moment than all-time highs for Nasdaq on the Qs. The Nasdaq itself is up 125.63%. Trying to put on another rally. We'll see if there's much to it. We've got the Magnificent Seven right now holding gains for 6 of them. Tesla's still down $3. Meta is only up 70 cents. That's not looking too powerful there. We've got Nvidia up 270, Amazon up 150, Alphabet up 340, Microsoft up 270, Apple up $2.50, Tesla down 350 a share at the moment. So 6 of 7 mega stocks, Magnificent Sevens, are higher, and we have the triple Qs at 542.79 with an all-time high of 542.98. earlier, just a few moments ago. So we backed off a little from its high, but holding a $3 gain so far this morning, plus an $8 gain yesterday. So Nasdaq has had 2 back-to-back days. The question will be, when does the market begin to go and start to back off? We were in the 525 range 3 days ago. We're now at 543, 542.90. So we are way up on the Qs as for Nasdaq as well in just a few days. And really, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know why it's coming, but it is higher. No doubt about it. 1616 on SoFi now, up 31 cents. SoFi shares have already hit a high of, it looks like 1625. And 1619 is where we are right at the moment. The volume on SoFi is 6 million shares. GameStop is up 13 cents. The volume there is only 660,000, but it is higher. Rocket Lab, 34.19 a share. We are in this, we have hit 34.50 here. New, I think, all-time high for Rocket Lab. And the volume 2.6, 2.7 million on Rocket Lab, 34.19 to 20 with a 34.50 high of the day already. Rocket Lab is up 90 now to 34.36. SoFi up again, 16.22, trying to hit newer highs at the moment. 543.11 on the Qs. 543.11 on the Qs, up 323. They are rocking along here with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is up 133, but the Dow is worse. It's down 47 points. We got two different pictures here going on, and eventually one will catch up with the other, and I have a feeling gravity is going to grab Nasdaq sooner or later. I am not so sure about that move. Okay, welcome all. Thank you, Zed and Bagel Babe, Juan, Jeff, Dak. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And Corinne, neat emoji time. Here we are. SoFi 1622, GameStop 2338, and Rocket Lab 3414 at the moment. IBM is actually unchanged. It's given up the gains. Nvidia is still up 330 at 151.20. ASTS down $1.20. HIMS up 320. MSTR up 480. AI up 4 cents, only 4. 257 gain on Super Micro. Tesla down 238, still negative. Palantir's up 330. Google up 3.66. Apple up $2.15. Microsoft up 270. Meta up 188. Broadcom up $5. Amazon up $1.10. Intel up 11. Netflix up 11. SmartRent down a couple of, barely a fraction of a penny. Nothing going on SmartRent. Coinbase up $18. Costco $1.50 gain right now at 1,003.50. Eli Lilly down 159. Uber's up 16 cents. Cisco's up 8. Adobe up $1.10. AMD up 2.95. Unity is negative, down 6. Enphase down $1. Spire down 6. Moderna down 41. Pfizer down 17. HPQ down 6. Home Depot now unchanged. Now just went red. Home Depot just went red. Vanik is up 240. Goldman up 43. Boeing is down 150. So we got some red showing up here. Target up 117. JP Morgan up 26. Walmart up 17. Disney up 18 cents. American Airlines down a dime. DraftKings up 57 cents. AMC up 6 cents. Royal Caribbean up 42. All right, folks, that's the story at the moment. The Dow off 42 points at the moment, and we're watching a whole lot of activity here. The Qs just backed off a little bit here. They're trying to take a run higher, but I don't know if they're going to continue. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, they're looking all right. 543.11, 543.10, and they have touched. They have so far hit 543.22, and they're now at 543.10. So they're right near the high, holding on to a gain so far, with the Dow negative, S&P up 16, Nasdaq up 135 to 139 this morning. I'm waiting to write on the Qs, says Charlie. I'm watching. It's going up. That's the plan. That is the plan. You watch that. Let it top. Let the speculators speculate at record highs without any economic news. Sooner or later, the party is over. Maybe a $4 or $5 pullback. I don't know. You're saying to the market, look, you're at record highs. I'll write calls at higher record highs, and I dare you to come all the way up here and come and get me. But wait it out. Fold your arms just like I'm doing here. Fold your arms. Let the market get its early morning thing in and see what gives. The Dow is not confirming the Nasdaq move. Down 39. Down 39, 48 points roughly. We're up 14 on S&P. We're not moving much higher there either. It seems to have also somewhat stalled with a 14-point gain on the session. And there you go. 127 on the 128 gain on the Nasdaq at the moment. And we were about 9-10 points higher than this so far. But we'll see how this one wants to play itself through. They don't go straight up for long. Eventually, they do consolidate. SoFi, 1620. High of the day, 1629. Thank you. And volume on SoFi now is 8 million. So very good. 15 minutes start with a 1629 high of the day, 1611, 1615 right now on your SoFi. 39-point loss on the Dow, a 130 gain on Nasdaq, and the Qs are up 342 at 543.15 with the high of the day of 543.31 at the moment. All right. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, all to the show. Stuart, neat. Octavio just wrote a Palantir, August 15 expiry, 150 call. I got 1350 for this thing. Wow, Palantir right now is sitting at 147.42. It's up $4. Octavio is offering a stock at 163.50 by taking 1350 off the table for August. A nice. This is June 25, 2 months. Nice return on your capital there. Splair, the bid from my lowest GameStop call was almost the same as the highest ask for my $3 rollover target. Maybe I'm going to get 5 cents rolled. Crossing my fingers here. Splair, interesting. Let's see what happens. Yeah, don't get it this month. You can always go forward another month. Let's see here. The Dow down 28. We've got now we're down 35 on the Dow, and Nasdaq just backed off a little bit. Now up 117. The Q's 543.02, and I think they're at 542.80. They've just dropped off a little bit here. We are watching Q's now 542.78. They are down from the high of 543.31. So we've just seen a 50-cent drop on the Qs awful quickly here, as Nasdaq is only up 114 right now. The Dow down 37. So there's some profit taking starting to appear, to be expected. I mean, you just can't reach new highs without paying for it. You got to consolidate. We have to consolidate $5 ago. So we'll see what gives. 542.87, 542.90 right now. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome all to the program. Splair is going, I've got this crown right now. I'm like number one on the comment sheet here. Holy moly. What can I say, my friend? What can I say? Number one. Charlie was number one there a minute ago, and Splair has moved up. Andrea, comment, thinking about a 550, 552 call credit spread on the Qs expiring in 5 days. I'm doing a stink here at $45. If you can get that, 550, 52, $7, $8 out of the money. You're pushing that market. You're telling the Nasdaq to go up another 300 points. That is pushing that one around. Very interesting, Andrea. We'll watch for that. See if you can pull off that trade. 542.63 here. We've come off about 70 cents from the high so far, approximately 60, 70 cents. Still down on the Dow. Only 12-point gain on S&P. It's actually slipping a little bit as well. It's up a fifth of a point. Then Dow's down about 0.08, almost a tenth of a point. There it goes. It is down a tenth of a point. The Dow's now down 45. S&P, Nasdaq is showing a 0.55% gain, which is all by itself up there. The rest of the market is nowhere near that. And so now the question is, will the Qs fall off here? We're 542.59, and they're still up a healthy 281. The Nasdaq is now up 108 instead of about 160, and so Nasdaq is giving up ground here quite quickly. The Dow negative now 62, going lower. All right, everybody. I don't know if you'll get that trade done, Andre, but then again, sit around and wait, because the markets will fluctuate, and you might get taken out on a bit of an uptick, and then we go lower. I know you're trying to get a nice price, so see how this plays out. Giddy up. SoFi 16.18 now, 30-cent gain. GameStop up 8. Rocket Lab is giving up a bit of ground at 33.50, but still up a nickel. The IBM went positive again, up to 295.70, up 190. The Nvidias are holding at 150, 143, up 350. ASTS down 160 a share. Other notables, Tesla down 780. Now Facebook has gone red, down 132 of the Magnificent Sevens at least have turned red so far. We'll see if this pattern continues. The Dow is now down 72, and Nasdaq is only up 93. Make it up only 89. 542.08 on the Qs. They're falling. right at the moment as the Nasdaq is backing off. On the Magnificent Seven, we're red on Meta, we're red on Tesla. We're only up 98 cents now on Amazon, and then we're up about $2.15 on Apple. We're up $2.97 on Microsoft, up $2.70 on Google, up 303 on Nvidia. So the others are not up that much, half a point, 1.5 points, 1%, and we're seeing more red. 970 loss now on Tesla, and 92-cent loss on Meta. That's what I'm seeing, kids. At the moment, the Dow off about 70, S&P only up 6 now, and Nasdaq is up 85 with a 542.08, 541.90, 542 range on the Qs. The Qs have given up almost $1. They got up to 542.90. No, 543.30. They got the 543.30, and they're now 541.90. So $1.30 drop, $1.35 drop from the high of the session so far here, up 215 yet, with the Nasdaq only up 79 points. There it is. We have markets moving, and welcome to normal. Welcome to normal, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Another fun day in paradise. What can I say? All right, everyone. Thank you. All right, let's go over here. Okay. One, GameStop, $25 cash secured puts for January 2026. They're good. Interesting. JV1, I think that all the platforms have adjusted the spreads on the Qs. I follow them on Schwab, Fidelity, Tasty Trade, and they are not offering juicy returns as they did before, probably because we're at all-time record highs. Andrea, exactly. Uncle Bruce, exactly. One, this goes for put credit and call credit spreads. Andrea, one, a low IV rank right now. Doug, rolling all my cash secured puts on SoFi today further out and higher, bringing in dollars. One, that's true, Andrea. You're seeing it. We're seeing it. 542, 45. The Dow down 50. S&P up 10. Nasdaq up 102. We're watching a lot of volatility now. Not like insane, but it's getting more volatile. And when you're at new all-time highs, you're going to start to get the doubters who are going to go, I think I'm going to get out. I'm going to go cash. I'm going to wait. This market can back up a percentage or two, and then I'll get back in. Hey, why be exposed at all-time highs? That's what I'm thinking. We're up 260 on the Qs at 542.40 at the moment. The spiders are only up 107, 607.85. They're only up 107. They're not with the S&P. That is not participating. It's 0.16 of a percentage point higher on the S&P. We're up 0.5% on Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is outperforming everyone else, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. It tells me we could be down 0.5 percentage point on Nasdaq at any time. And that would be a 200-point negative run to be down 100. So, the Qs are up 260. They could be down 260 at any time with any kind of a pullback. So I'm not so sure about the straight up market here. Interesting stuff. One, Charlie, I'm following as well. One, the Tesla credit spread is working, Uncle Bruce. It's working for me. The Teslas are negative here. Where are we at right now? Now down 871. Right there, absolutely. Meta still negative, just a penny, but it's still negative. Intel is negative. Uber down 22 now. Enphase is down. Spire, Moderna, Pfizer, HPQ, Home Depot, all red. Boeing red. Target went red. American Airlines is negative. So we got some more red showing up here with the Dow off at this point, 40, 45 points. Lots to follow, everybody. Are you having fun? Are you having a good time, everybody? The first 26 minutes have come and gone, and here we are following a mixed market. We've got the Nasdaq trying to establish new record highs, the S&P going, really? And the Dow going, I don't think so. I don't see a reason to be at these levels. Interest rates aren't going to be cut. That's not on the table from Powell. He's going to talk to the senators shortly, and I don't think he's got good news. So we'll see if this market really lays an egg as the day goes on. It's mixed right now. Jen in the house. What is happening, Eddie? Jen?
Do you want this turned on?
No, actually, that cool air has been very refreshing. I think if you have that door open now, I'll have more flow.
We'll get a draw, yeah.
So I'm going to be fine.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Auntie Jen.
Hey, hey.
We got a mixed market right now. The Dow is down. It's been down most of the morning, and the Nasdaq is trying to set new record highs. It is up, but we'll see by how much.
Well, you know, the different indices like to show that they are their own. They are their own person.
They are their own thing.
We don't have to follow that big brother Dow.
There you go.
No,
we don't.
I'm going to be the middle child.
The Dow's for losers. There you go. Splair, good morning. Auntie Jen. Mandu, Auntie Jen. Stuart, Auntie Jen. Charlie, my GameStop 22.20 put spread buyback is about to hit at 11 cents. It just needs to go up a few more pennies, and I'm out of here. This is a beautiful thing. Way to go, Charlie.
It's a beautiful
thing. GameStop 23.40, and your call, your puts are paying. SoFi 16.15 up 30.
I like this. It's a slow and steady climb.
Just going higher. Yeah. It's just not stopping. SoFi is making money and they're growing. That is the bottom line. So there you have it. What should I have on my bagel today?
Well, it's Wednesday, and I think I know what it's going to be, but I thought I would come and ask.
Do we have ham?
Yes, we do.
Were you thinking that?
I was.
Maybe ham and cheese and a good schmear.
Do you want Philippe's or do you want horseradish?
See?
Well, Philippe's has horseradish in it. Do you want yellow or white?
Yeah. Well, let's try Philippe's. A generous portion of Philippe's because I've been phlegmy all morning here.
Yeah.
Just from
the air
outside.
Yeah.
See if that'll help.
Okay.
With everything.
I can do it.
We'll go from there. Absolutely. Yeah, that can work for me. And I'm going to need a napkin because I've run out of napkin.
Oh, okay.
Holy cow.
Important safety tip.
Unbelievable.
I'm there. I'll be back.
Thank you, Auntie Jen. Here we are, kids. The Dow still down about 20. It's just not getting excited here. I think the Dow is reflecting what's happening in the Senate this morning with Powell. I just sense the Dow's figured it out. Why go anywhere? Mr. Rugman is going to speak in front of the Senate here for hours. The paint is going to dry. S&P up 13 points, hardly a ringing endorsement. And the Nasdaq, yeah, it's up 110. It was up 160 this morning. Now it's up 110. It's 542.70, 542.69 on the Qs with a high today of 543.31. So we're about 60 cents from the high range so far of the day. And we've had one pullback into the 542, 541.90 ballpark. A little recovery now to 542.68. And the Nasdaq now slipping a little with the Dow really not that interested in joining the big party. So will the two meet in the middle? Will the Dow break even and the Nasdaq only be up 50 points? Is that kind of where we're going to head here? Will the Qs actually give up a buck and a half from here as the market kind of? And then the question is, well, now what? Why are we buying stock at record highs when we're not going to get record high earnings? We're not going to get record high sales. We're not getting record high optimism. We're getting an American market, American economy in a bit of a slump here. So what's the what's the thing? What's the deal? Anyway, Nasdaq just holding 100 now as a gain, just a 100-point gain. 542.50 on the Qs. Welcome all to the show. Charlie is saying, I'm trying to buy back these put credit spreads at 11 cents. I sold them for 72. Nice job there. That's an excellent market. JV, great job, Charlie. Walter, good morning, Antigen. Juan, JV, Uncle Bruce, I like that Stink Bid t-shirt. Stink Bids save lives. You can get this in any color, white, black, purple, red. I like this motto. Stink Bits, offer as little as possible to buy something. Offers, stink offers. Offer as high as you can, always below a round number. You're trying to sell something for $1, sell it at 99. You're trying to buy something at a dime, pay 11, and be the first person in line ahead of all the others at that nice round number. And Stink Bids and Stink Lives will make you nothing but money. Absolutely right. Giddy up, everybody. Henry, I just rolled cash secured puts. Okay, what are we doing? Are we dealing with the SoFi's? I went $13 November cash secured puts to 14 January's for a 151, and I collected 25% more money. Excellent move. Mike, what a great slogan. Wonder who came up with it. I wonder, Mike, who did come up with that? Love that slogan. Absolutely saved lives. So Dow is sinking again. We're down 35 on the Dow now. We just dropped off a little bit here. Nasdaq is up 96 now. Now it's up 94. So the Qs are backing off. 542.17 again. They're slowly sinking with the Nasdaq and Dow. S&P up 10.9 points. Nothing much there. Welcome all to the program this morning. It's great to have you all with us today. Thank you for participating in the question of the day and thumbs ups. Thanks again, everybody. Always appreciate it for the channel. Giddy up. 125 thumbs ups are now in the bin. 240 votes have come in. 240 answers for my question of the day. SoFi shares will break $17 by the end of July. 70%, 69% say yes. 31% are saying no. And we're at SoFi right now, 16.12, with the high trade already today of 16.29. We could be 16.50 today and 17 tomorrow. This is entirely doable. Not gonna fight that. We'll see how this works. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. Mike H, I only voted no because I'm expecting a bit of a pullback. Again, we've been wondering now since 850, 1050, 12, 14, 15. Remember the last time we had the run all the way to 18? We had that relentless march for 5-6 weeks. It just kept going, and it blew everybody out of the water because no one saw 18. I saw 1454 as a magic number to roll out the possible capped call financing deal. Well, we blew 1454 out of the water just in the last week again. There's no barrier there anymore. Now 16 is the next support level here. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. 5 days away from the end of the quarter. And so giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. Mike saying pullback. Well, that'll affect all stocks. I meant in the whole market. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, when you hit record highs, you only have one direction you can really count on after that, and that is a pullback of some kind. A crash? No. Moderation? Yeah. Markets have to justify moves. You can't just have straight up moves without justifying it. And with Nasdaq here at 20,000, we're a little overcooked right now. And again, I cannot see the upside of this of corporate America generating massive profits beyond unthinkable profits. I just don't see it. I'm just a guy in front of a computer. Those of you writing call credit spreads on Qs or on SPYs, stay ahead of the market if you can, and grab your credit, fold your arms, allow shrinkage to take place, and move on. And there it is. That's the way it is. Giddy up. 16.10 on SoFi here, up 25 cents. Thank you very much. GameStop up 14. Rocket Lab holding a 20-cent gain. Qs are up 254 at 542. Hold on, we're at 542.12, up 240. We're up 240. Nasdaq is up just 95, not 160 anymore. Nasdaq has given up some ground. The Dow still down 27, just not gaining any fire at all. There's no oomph coming in there. 542.05 to 542.15 on the Qs. They are slumping a little more as they're giving up a little more ground right now on the Nasdaq market, giving up some ground as well. Okay, everybody. Thank you all for being here this morning. Great to have you. And we'll see where this market kind of goes next. All right. Quick peek at the latest on the Magnificent Seven here. The Apple shares have definitely backed off. They're still up 138, but they were up over. They were certainly over $2. $13 loss on Tesla. Microsoft is up 398. Alphabet is up 316. Amazon up 150. 149, Nvidia up 391, and the Meta shares only up 36 cents. Not a great run there. Meta is not participating. It's been red as well this morning at this point. And there it is. That's the story for now. Market's not going too far too fast. Supermicro up 395, AST down 196, the AI shares down 14 cents. Palantir up 285. It did get up to 147.60. We're at 146.08. Unity down 3. Goldman up $2. Cisco up 17 cents. Spiders are only at 141 here. Netflix holding a 14 gain. They were $4 higher than that. Pfizer down 17. Arc Innovations actually went red. It's negative 21 cents. Got up to 71.20. Now 70.06. IBM up 185, tried to hit, I think we got to 296.16. We're at 295.60, giving up 50 cents so far from the high. Uber down 3, HPQ now down a dime. Home Depot's only up 5 cents. Vanik 198 gain, Adobe up 435, and Enphase down 98 cents at the moment. Welcome to the party, pals. It's great to have you in the house. 542.10 on Qs, topping at 543.31. $1.20 off the high of the session, holding a 230 gain at the moment, with the Nasdaq at with a 96-point gain, the Dow down 16, and S&P up 11. Watching for headlines. Keep an eye on this market. Lots to follow, kids. Thank you for joining us this morning from wherever you are. Great having you in the house. Let's go. Giddy up shrinkage, I say. All right. Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Uncle Bruce, is this real life? I just rolled one of my SMCI $35 covered calls that expired January to a $45 strike expiring Jan 27. So I've gone a year ahead, and I asked 260 because I'm a kind and a bit of a gambler here. Crazy 49er, my Tesla call credit spread for 370.90. The Tesla is 15 cents with my stink set at 11. Come on, I sold for $1.30. As soon as you get that one done, you may want to go to 60, 80s, or, where are we at right now? 325 on your Tesla, down $15. Well done, Crazy 49er. JV, Uncle Bruce, I wrote 10 $27 Rocket Labs for Jan 26, and I'm up 60%. And I'm thinking of taking profits, sold 5 contracts and writing 5 30s for Jan 26. Any suggestions right here? So you wrote 10 27s, and Rocket Lab is now sitting at let me get my thing through here, 33.66. So okay, cash secured puts. So we're doing great. Up 20 cents. Your contracts are obviously crapping out. You could write Jan 30s, step up the 30s, and yeah, you could certainly do, you want to do 5 or 8 or 10 of those. You'll bring in more cash. Same time frame. Yeah, nothing wrong with this trade. Savage at Wall Street. I just made $1,260 move, and I was paid to do so. On SMCI, why the face? My average is $26. They want to take it from me for 46. Okay, plus the $5 from the previous right. Wow, I like this game, Uncle Bruce. This is a fun game. Way to go, buddy. Grab the cash, move up your cash secured puts, work your covered calls, enjoy the magic. Oh yeah, we got a bunch here. Oh my goodness!
I was bringing a bunch.
I won the Serviette lottery. Thank you. A ham and cheese with Philippe's. Fantastic. I love it. Oh, thank you.
So we all know what today is. Today is June the 25th.
Yeah.
International holiday.
It's not an anniversary. It's not a birthday.
A recognition of a group of people, the 1%ers of the world. It's International Vitiligo Day.
Oh, International Vitiligo Day.
Do
we know anyone that happens to have
Do we know anyone?
Troy Polamalu.
Well, the coach and John Hamm now, and yeah, of course, Michael Jackson. But I was taking a look the other day, and I think I have more skin without pigment than I do with pigment at this stage. Because as you go, you keep losing.
Okay.
Yeah. Or at least I did. Every time your immune system has something it has to fight, vitiligo is very opportunistic and will just get right in there when you're looking the other way.
Are you getting whiter every day?
I'm getting whiter every day. I am to the point now that I'm almost blue. Yeah.
It may not be politically the right way to say it. I'm getting whiter every day.
Well, and that's why it's not really noticeable. Can you see? It's not really noticeable because I am so friggin' white to start with.
Yeah.
It's my Irish blood. I'm blue. White skin.
What can I say?
White hair. White eyelashes. It's all good.
Well, okay.
And so, how many people are watching right now? What do you think?
193.
Okay, so chances are there's 2 people out there who also have vitiligo.
Two of them.
It's 1% of the population.
Well, yeah, that's
Yes.
right. That's possible.
Yeah, this is me now. And look, I discovered I have a little bruise by doing that.
Oh.
Did you poke me when I wasn't looking?
I'm certain I did.
But look how easy it is for nurses to find my veins. It's really easy.
Right there.
Yeah, so put on your sunscreen, gloves, and a hat and get outside and celebrate.
Vitiligo Day. There you go.
Vitiligo.
Let's celebrate that.
That's right.
Okay.
It's been around forever.
The 1%ers.
That's right. Palomino ponies.
See? Lisa says, Tesla, my September 420 covered call, just realized that 32% profit after 2 days.
Way to go, Lisa.
That was easy. That was easy. Oh, nicely done.
Is that Lisa of the caramel rum?
That's your friend.
See, she's a smart girl. Smart girl.
That's your friend.
Are you getting a zing? I feel like I put quite a bit on.
Very little.
Really?
Yeah.
Gee, purse.
Yeah.
Okay. because I can smell it.
Hector says something to you.
Oh, what does Hector say?
Auntie Jen,
Yes.
you're so vain.
Actually, I'm not at all.
I'm not all vain.
I used to be in my 20s and 30s. I used to hide it.
And
And now it's like,
it's out there, baby.
You think it's a fungus? Get out of the hot tub. I don't care.
Lisa says, yes, caramel rum. I still have a bottle.
Oh,
There
do
you
you? Very good.
There you go. Markets are falling back. The Qs are 541.63. They're dropping here. Still up 184 on the session, but they're not up 3 anymore.
Dow's still down.
Dow's down 45.
Still down.
And S&P is off. Is only up 7 points. It was up like 11, 12. The Nasdaq up 74. So we've given up 190 points, I guess, 90 on the Nasdaq so far this morning from its high. And we're at 541.70 on the Qs. B Tizzle, fun fact for the day: 1625 is exactly halfway between SoFi's all-time high and low.
Oh.
Bullish single to get above that. All-time high SoFi was what, 32.50 at the time? I don't even remember those days, but wow. Wow. A good morning, Annie Jen from Richard Carlin. Right on.
Richie. See, Richie still says good morning to me, even if I'm spotted. You know what I am? I'm an ocelot. I'm an exotic spotted creature.
Okay.
That's right. Hey, we got our own Barbie.
That's true. Crazy 49er. My Tesla credit spreads are on 11.5 cents to 12 cents. You're looking good, buddy.
Yeah, Tesla's been having.
He's making money.
He's been having a bad couple of days, you
We've
know.
had a number of people very happy with Tesla lately, performing well for them.
Yes.
Giddy up, everybody.
Yes.
Mm.
It's another one of those that likes to go up and go down, and go up and go down. Yes. And Apple too. Apple was having a day yesterday.
Yeah, we're mixed here. We were up nicely on Rocket Lab this morning. Now we're only up 3 cents, and so far it's still up, but it's 16.02. It's given up some ground. GameStop is holding a 7-cent gain. The Magnificent Seven here. Apple only up $1. We were up about 3 or 4. We're up 98 cents. Tesla down 16.61. 49er, it's coming to you. Microsoft 348 gain. Apple Alphabet up 361. That's Google. Amazon up 130. Nvidia up $4. Meta down now 37 cents again. So Meta again has gone red. ASDS down 220. AI down 45. So there's some red showing up here and there. To be expected though, we didn't have a barn burner of an opening. We didn't go up massively to open the market today. So to see some,
the world is still on fire, so there's no reason for the market to go.
There's all kinds of issues out there. I'm waiting for the next blow up with Trump and his NATO pals. I'm waiting for something to come out of there. I don't know.
They're all out there walking on tiptoes today.
Oh yeah. So we'll see how this all plays out.
Yes,
Giddy up, everybody.
Okay, well, I'm out of here.
Thank
See you guys
Anthony.
later tonight, Wednesday.
Tonight, primetime live, 7 o'clock Eastern for all of you who are Gold Bagel members.
See if we can remember and not send you flying in here 10 minutes before the show.
I'm tired.
I'm blaming it on summer.
Mm. Yeah.
Even though we've been here almost a month now, I'm still deked out by the sunshine.
9:45 sunsets.
Yeah. Oh, and I love it. I love twilight. You guys who don't have twilight, you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, but it's light out when we go to bed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bobby wants to know: is Auntie Jen cooking with booze this morning?
No.
Oh,
No Irish coffee in the morning.
no Irish coffee in the morning. No.
Just straight whiskey. No. Why dilute it with coffee?
Oh my.
No, those are for girl weekend.
Girl weekends, girl getaway weekends, and those are coming. There are girl getaway weekends coming for Auntie Jen.
That's right.
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. We're down
See you
77 on the Dow now. The Dow is at the low of the day. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. Have a wonderful morning. And thank you for this wonderful bagel. We're down 78 on the Dow here. Only up 7 now on S&P, and the Nasdaq trying to hold on to an 83, 85 point gain, something along those lines. The Qs are 541.77. They're up just around $2 each, and they did get to 543.30. So they're $1.60 lower from the high of the session. 541.66 right now is what I see them doing. All right, everybody. Those of you thinking of writing call credit spreads on Qs, you want to certainly be ahead of this market. You want to be in that 544, 545 level, safely out of harm's way. If you have to go forward a day or two, you might do that. I don't anticipate a 10-point gain out of nowhere, but why did it go up 8 yesterday? There's the proverbial question. 541.80 is where we are right now. Spare. Irish coffee. Henry, just sold a cash kid put ASTS for August 15 for $5.50. $46 strike. 51.27 market. He's writing an out of the money, $5 out of the money contract for August expiry. It's 2 months, and they're giving him $5.50. That's phenomenal. That is a wonderful trade. Dude, I write iron condors every week on Tesla. That is exactly what we want. Closed out my put side Monday for an 80% profit. Now I'm just waiting to close out my 330, 340. It's come in $700 today. Hey, last week we were at 316. Giddy up. Nice going, dude. Good job on this one. Following this market closely, making money all over the place. Giddy up, kids. Rocket Lab up 18, GameStop unchanged, and we're up 18 on SoFi today. Thank you all joining in today. Fun times. I don't see any breaking news anywhere, so it looks like all quiet in Washington right now. Nasdaq is up 77 points. Now it's only up 65. It's backing up. The Qs are backing up, 541.31. They're backing up right now. There we go. 11-cent gain on Rocket Lab, 16 on SoFi, a 1 penny loss on GameStop. And the Mag 7, $18 loss on the Tesla. Down they go, 1836 to 322. Apple holding a 150 gain. Amazon a 120 gain. Meta only up 34 cents. We're not really going very far with some of our big boys at this moment in time. Dow's still down 53, 54 points. Nasdaq holding it with an 80-point gain. Qs are 541.76 at the moment. Nice to have you with us this morning. Thank you all for joining me. New home sales fell in May, 13%. Rocketeer. Morning, Uncle Bruce. Hope that bagel is tasty. I closed out my SoFi $15 cash secured puts for July the 3rd. Made $700. I will write more later today for a different date. There you are. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Lovely to take in these dollars. Absolutely wonderful. Austin, my buddy, got laid off, and I'm preparing myself by having fun with 0 day to expiry call option spreads, credit spreads. Just wrote 544, 545 Qs, call credit spreads, 16 cents for today. We're at 541.95 right now. He's at 544, 545. So this market is going to have to go up $3 or $2, another 60-point gain on the Nasdaq, 80-point gain on the Nasdaq, and he's looking at today. So yeah, we'll watch that closely. I hope it works out nicely. Interesting that your buddy got laid off. This is what I'm wondering about. On the outside, the apple is shiny. Looks so shiny. But on the inside, the apple is rotting out. Too many people getting let go through their employers. Vilbus. I'm still feeling quite lucky to have sold our house quickly and above list while other markets are static or sinking. Right on. Kelly, help. I own triple Q. I am 300 Q in my portfolio. Does that mean I need to buy back and close that out? I don't understand your trade. You gotta give me more details on that. You want to write me an email? Send me an email. Austin, budget cuts everywhere at our university, but it just shows no job is safe even at the universities. And there you go. Wow. You would think that a university in Texas wouldn't have a problem. You know, being a red state and all. Very interesting. Oh, that bagel is so good. Boy, was it wonderful. The only safe job is being an option writer. People are asking Kelly her position on this. VIJ, do you think the Qs will have another pop to 545 after Powell speaks? I just don't know how the market can go higher after Powell speaks. I don't know how Powell is going to make the market go up. The Dow, I think, is telling us exactly what's going on. We're down 74 on the Dow. We've been negative all day. There's no interest rates coming. There's no interest rate promises being made either. He's watching for inflation. The tariffs are kicking in next week. Kelly, you should have money to buy the 300, then sell the call you bought. Crazy 49er is Austin from Austin. Charlie, probably not. Jay Powell not cutting rates. Austin, nope. I'm over in Washington. You're in Washington. Okay. Again, I'm not sure what's up. Who's where and who's what. We're trying to figure it out. Yeah, Dow's off 70 here. Nasdaq up 84. Kind of stalling out right here. When you look at the chart for the Qs, they started up and they've been drifting ever since. Just a little drift. Hey, we're $10 too high. We should be at 531, not 541. But hey, there's $10 of froth in the Qs, which means there's 400 plus points of froth in the Nasdaq. I'm wondering, when does Nasdaq start coughing up some of this? And when it does, it'll be fast. It'll be sudden. It'll be vicious. But I'm just a guy. I'm just, watching the markets, trying to figure this all out. Time will tell. one more peek at our favorites here. Let's take a look at our active list and our top picks. Rocket Lab is up 21 cents. It's hanging right in there. SoFi is up 21 at 16.06. Hanging in there. GameStop up a nickel, 23.35. The Qs are 541, 542.09, just breaking over 542 at the moment. The MicroStrategy's up 596 at the moment. We got Apple up 213. Tesla still down 1774, 1780. Microsoft up 379. We've got Google up 470. We got Amazon only a $1.20 higher. Nvidia's up 450 at 152.44. The all-time high, 153.13. It's trying to reach it. Don't know if it's going to get there. Meta up 72 cents. Supermicro up $3, but ASTS down $1. AI down 50 cents. Palantir up $1.23. Got up to 147, but now 144. Unity up 14, Goldman up 170, Cisco's up 16, Spiders are up only 99 cents, make it 97. The Spiders are not performing. Netflix up $12, Pfizer down 13 cents, Arc Innovations down 60, IBM is now negative 4 cents, got to 296, it's at 293.70. IBM just went red. Uber up 25 cents, HPQ down 21, Home Depot down 84, Vanik up 250, Adobe up 217, and Enphase down $1.20. So right now, some mixed markets at the moment. The Dow down about 85, near its low of the day. S&P up only 9, and the Nasdaq is holding now just a 100-point gain, up 0.5% in the first hour and 3 minutes is all it's done. It does not have a super strong run going. It's kind of hanging around this 9,800-point gain at the moment. That's the story. The VIX is a negative 31, which is positive, but not $2 positive. It's 17.17 on the VIX. Very good. But is not going full bore crazy here. The oil up 95 cents at 65.32 at the moment. That is the story of our session so far today. Join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be live, primetime live with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. Please join me at that point in time if you can. Thank you again for those of you out there who have been hitting the thumbs ups automatically and answering the question of the day every day. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're trying to run those numbers as best we can, show YouTube we matter. And I thank you for that. 252 answers to the question, SoFi will break 17 before the end of July. 69, 70% say, yeah, that's going to happen. 135 thumbs ups. They keep trickling through. Thank you, everybody, for that. Appreciate you for it. And like I say, we'll see what gives. Kelly, I got assigned some Qs, but it's 300 in my portfolio. All my buy power is used up. Splair, I have a very relaxed day, everybody. Kelly, if you're long Qs, you can sell them. 542, just reverse the position. And then take a look at your next credit spread position. But you can always send me an email, and I'll try to decipher it with you. But keep me posted on that. Splair, have a relaxed day, everybody. All out there, get richer. We'll keep an eye on this market and see what it wants to do. Giddy up, all. Thank you all for your support today and your commentary and thumbs ups. And I will see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. And then we'll be here tomorrow, Thursday, the 26th of June, tomorrow. All right, guys. This is Bruce from Calgary, Alberta, saying in 3, 2, 1, bye. Thank you, dude. Bye.